Yes, sir, baby. It's all new Power Boy.
What's up? How y'all
Fresh
feeling?
off the PJ. Cordae.
What's up? How y'all feeling? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. It's album day. Man, what we doing? We talking the album.
Yes, sir, ski.
Yeah. From a bird's eye view is out today. We're super excited to have you in. No, personally, I've been wanting to interview you for years.
Oh, dope. Thank you. Honored to be here.
Because I have been wanting to get on your ass.
Okay.
Hey, yo, that's
Oh man, J. Cole. What? I'm just kidding. Okay, with old N-words. I caught a glimpse of just who you really were, right? Like you were a young kid in the game, and you were giving a perspective like, yeah, we're young, but we're not stupid either, and we're emotionally intelligent. We've gone through things, right? I know that started a good relationship with you and J. Cole. But I want to touch on something you said, because I feel like no one gives this man his due credit. And you did when you mentioned Mos Def and you mentioned Talib.
Yeah.
Yasin Bey is one of my favorite rappers.
Of all time.
I will go up there and say, I don't think you want to join me on this, but I will go up there and say he is my favorite Brooklyn rapper.
Okay.
That's big. I told you.
Music is subjective. Everybody got their own thing, for sure.
What about Mos is one of your favorite things, Cordae?
Man, one, he's a cool dude, man. Like, very, very cool, very down to earth, very, like, he's a really go with the flow, gone with the wind, spontaneous. And I love people like that because I'm like the same way.
Yeah.
But musically, man, Black on Both Sides is like one of my favorite albums of all time. They scrutinize my literature from the large to the miniature, you know, like this dude, just to quote off top, but like, I love Mos Def, man. Yasin Bey, excuse me. But his music is incredible. And, you know, you really can rate someone's true height and status based upon how they're revered and looked by their peers. And he's one of, if you know, he's one of them ones.
You know, the same thing is crazy. The same thing is being said about you, right? And from your introduction, we did get a chance to sit with you before. And I will say it's a proud moment to see that the Lost Boy, you know, now has a bird's eye view. The growth in that you follow your direction of the album.
Thank you.
We want to know.
Well, I'm gonna use that, by the way.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna use that.
Y'all saw that?
that was fly. That was fly. Okay.
Because I feel like a sense of pride just watching you grow.
Thank you.
I want to know the difference between that first album when we first sat down with it. I think it was like 2019.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So how did we get to that point? How did we get to having that bird's eye view, that perspective of stepping back?
Yeah. From a bird's eye view, really came about of I had a lot of time for self growth, to be more self-reflective, more self-analytical, more self-critical. And, you know, during the pandemic, it was the first time in a long time where I've been able to just sit down and take a breath and breathe everything in and understand where I'm at in life, what I want out of this thing we call life, what I want out of my legacy music-wise, and how do I want to position myself. And even more than that, man, every single song on the difference between The Lost Boy and From a Bird's Eye View, every single song on From a Bird's Eye View is its own entity within itself, exists within itself. And every single song has an exact memory attached to it, has an exact real life event which inspired and transmuted into song form. I can tell you where I was, what happened that day that made me like talk about this certain subject matter on this song, what inspired this song directly. I can tell you like that for every single song.
I'm sure like with the mindset that they all go hard, they all sound amazing. For sure. But they were all inspired by real life events.
For sure.
Experiences there.
Powerful.
Nah, thank you.
I'm curious to know, when you're starting to make From a Bird's Eye View, your second album, what is that perspective coming from Lost Boys? You know, your debut album was critically acclaimed. You know, you got Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
What is this approach now? Like, as you're like, okay, I have to top this, I have to do better than this, or is it just simply, you know, letting experience make the music for you?
For sure. Every album is an experience. Every album is its own thing, you know? And with this one, definitely, I have a competitive nature, so I always want to outdo myself. For sure. And I think I did the League freestyle in the same exact room. Okay. I just remember that's where you was going. Okay, cool. Got it.
I was in the chair.
Yep.
So I'm channeling you right now.
Okay, dope.
Get your Cordae on.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody can sit in this chair in the next 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. But that's hip hop, you know. But I say that to say, where was I going? Oh yeah. So So I always just try to not try to outdo myself in a way, but just get better as a person, and not to sound like, you know, getting too deep into things. But that's where the music derives from. It's from the me as a person, as a human being, and it's reflected upon the music from a bird's eye view. And so I just go into I went into this album just like, yo, I just want to be the best me that I can be right now. And just, I think my production skills got a lot better. My ear for production got a lot better. Like every single song that has a feature on it, as soon as I made the song, I was like, I know exactly whose vocal tone is going to sound dope on this. When I heard Today, I was like, yeah, I got to get Gunna on this. I said, I know Gunna's going to kill this. And then organically, me and Gunna just built like a really dope relationship. Fire. And he ended up getting on it. As soon as I made Chronicles, I was like, her and Lil Durk is going to get on this. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Performance, Jimmy, man, you did your thing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Always.
So every single song is its own form of its own art piece within itself because it has, like I said, a memory attached to it. So with this album, I just went into it and was really taking my time. And I actually had the experience under my belt of making like a full-length professional album. You know, so I just had a little more knowledge and about small little nuances and things of that nature I can do to make music better.
Damn, Cordae.
You know, Cordae, one thing I know about you is you're intentional.
And
I think that it's even just your collaborative efforts when it comes to production, like working with Hit Boy. To me, I understand that like when you work with, of course your mind is on, you want to get hot records, you want the acclaim, but like you're even speaking like my stuff isn't even about the numbers right now. It's really about touching people. And I think that's something Hit Boy's doing on a production level. His collaborations are intentional.
For sure.
He's working for passion, and the money will be a result of.
Cause he already super rich, by the way. Hit Boy, he produced niggas in Paris, you know.
You ain't too bad off yourself. We see the watch. We see the watch.
But yeah, not because impact, you know, it is what's most important. I think that's what makes music last the longest, is how it makes people feel. Music, and the best music is all emotion based, man, and how you channels people emotions, and what emotion do you bring out of them when they hear the music and when they hear these certain songs. And I think that's like the wavelength, you know, Hit Boy is on as well. He just want to make things that like he feels good about. I just want to make music that like 10 years from now I'm looking back on, I'm like, man, I'm proud of that moment. Like I did that. I don't want to be, if I just start chasing numbers and following the, you know, little trends and nuances and, you know, dances and stuff like that, I'm gonna look at it like 5-10 years from now like, wow, bro, what was I, even if it would have go like number one doing it the cheat code way, it wouldn't feel the same versus doing it my way.
Listen, even hearing you say right now, like you said, looking 10 years back, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then in the song Sinister, you say, I want 20-year career minimum.
For sure.
A lot of people your age, also, like, they, first of all, they don't look to the future. They don't think about having that direction. Where the hell do you get that from, right? Like, so you was all about time. Even in Chronicle, you talk about not wasting time. I don't want to waste your time. Everything's about time with you.
Nah, time is the most valuable resource we got, man. Like, you can't, like, even after I perform every show, I'll be like, yo, I appreciate y'all. Even doing this interview, I appreciate y'all like taking y'all time to interview me, because time is the one thing you can't get back. Facts. You know, like, so I like to respect everybody's time, and I know I was a little late for this interview.
Nah, don't worry about
it. But
time is a construct, brother.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So I say that to say, but time is the one thing we can't get back. So I try to make the most out of every opportunity and make the most out of our time while we are here, man. Like, we got one life to live. We got 100 years, and that's if you got great healthcare and you're in great shape. You got 100 years on life. So how we gonna maximize our time while we on this earth? That's a big thing for me, for real.
Okay, sir. Not only during the pandemic did you make incredible music, and we have this album dropping, you also got freaking fit. And I don't understand how you did it, because everyone else, like us, we got the pandemic pudge.
Yeah.
What happened?
I had a mean pandemic pudge, honestly, a mean one. Like, not even, like, I was in the worst shape of my life. I'm like, and you know, I'm a little shallow, to be honest with you. No, you, bro, you gotta, if you look good, you feel good. You know, you a confident dude. I know what. Come on, say less. It go without saying. But for me personally, it was just like, when I look good, I feel good, and when I feel good, I do good. And I had a GQ cover, and I was like, man, if I don't, I was like, yo, I'm in the worst shape of my life. When I'm about to be on the cover of GQ, I'm like,
of all magazines.
Of all magazines. So I was like, man, if that doesn't motivate me to get in shape, what in the shape that I want to be in, then what is going to do it? And so it's just trying to live a long life, man. That's all. Just trying to be healthy, and even more than that, be happy, man, in the skin I'm in, you know?
Wow.
We get it. You're better than us.
Whatever. No. Never that. Never that.
It's all good. I just want to switch the direction just a little bit. They often compare hip hop to basketball, right?
Yeah.
So just real quick, if rap is the NBA, who is Cordae?
That's a good question.
Come on, now talk to me.
You know, I'm gonna go with Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay.
Because that's my boy. That's my boy.
Okay.
Because he's well respected by his peers. Everybody know Kyrie's one, and this is honestly, this is like my brother in real life. So that's my boy for real.
Right.
And I don't over exaggerate relationships.
Right.
I don't like to say things for more than what they are. But like that's really my brother.
Man.
But so that's one, right?
Okay.
Two, he does what he want to do, man. Like
Really?
nobody can tell this man anything. He goes with his gut and his heart, and he moves like a true artist. You know, like seriously, and how he dribbles and everything. Like it's an art to it. He does it in an artistic manner, and just how he carries himself and how he moves. Like man, like he does whatever makes him truly happy. And you gotta respect that at the highest level. So that's what I intend to do. And he's clutch. Fourth quarter, he hit arguably the biggest shot in NBA history.
Talk to him.
So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been in the league for 11 years, and I got to put more time in to get to the level and success that he's had in his league, as I am in my league. But that's where I see my.
You're in LA, so you could have said Anthony Davis. You could have said, LeBron. It's okay.
Okay.
My God.
Man, listen, man, I'm not listen, we can't be slaves to no. I'm rooting for everybody that's black, man, and everybody in general. So we can't be slaves to no franchise, man. Slaves to no. But I feel you on some loyalty.
Say a city.
Yeah, city. Okay, that's a different respect. I'm not from LA though. I'm not from LA.
We know Maryland.
I'm Maryland all day.
Well, we will adopt you.
Okay, I love LA though. LA is an incredible city.
So I'm Russell Westbrook. I may not always hit the shot.
You
I
gonna
always
take
got
it?
something to say.
Okay.
Hey, you gonna let it rip?
You
That
ain't gonna stop you from shooting.
Hey.
Because shooters got us. Exactly.
Come on
Listen,
now.
Cordae is his name from A Bird's Eye View. The album. Go get it right now.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
ever meet a person, you're like, man, let me see your birth certificate. There's no way you're 25 and you're this wise.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
24, by the way. Don't add no more ages on me, dog. No, I'm playing.
I was trying to make you.
No, I appreciate you. My bad. I appreciate you.
Listen,
Come on, don't leave me hanging.
I do got one though.
Okay.
We're gonna hold your feet to the fire.
Okay.
Because we got to dissect the bars, man.
Okay.
So you know where we're going with this, or you don't know? Off the song Super. Asking why I dropped the YBN. I had no other choice because we ain't own that shit.
Yeah.
That shit, to me.
Thank you.
By the way, I even off the record, like it's hard not to call you YBN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's when we first met you. That's our first introduction. That's when we first sat down with
It's
you.
a pretty easy transition.
Right.
Honestly, I feel you though.
When we're used to, I mean, you know, whatever.
It's an easy
You
transition.
know what I'm trying to say? But if you are Cordae,
Yeah, for
that
sure.
line though, the YBN, like even back then, you were thinking like, I don't own this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm dropping it.
Yeah.
And the line after, is that associated? Or are we just stretching here?
What's
When you
the line after?
And all that janky shit, I'm not condoning it.
Yeah. It's definitely like, for sure it's connected. And I'm not talking about Namira, Jay,
Of course.
or any of them. But you know, we can't be pushing this brand. I'm like all the time that we have no ownership in it, you know, and no equity. And I can't be talking about ownership and preaching about how important it is, you know, for ownership and whatever thing if I'm pushing this brand that I don't have any equity in.
Wow.
You know, it's
My
wild,
dog.
Cordae. I remember being on Twitter. I was really off Twitter on the day that Nipsey passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But when I did look on Twitter, I saw your tweets.
Okay.
They were in all caps, and you were just like, first of all, the prayers like we all were sending out.
Yeah.
But even just mentioning like this was someone that I can't believe we lost.
Yeah.
And I met him, so Nipsey to me is like family.
Yeah.
You did.
I see that clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like you met him, and, and those things that even if he's not here, and even if it's not connected, I do see remnants of that, and I appreciate that on the level of the same way I appreciated Nipsey speaking equity and independence
For sure.
and owning. You're still doing that, even with those slight bars, but you made it so cool, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
You know, obviously, and you said it already, I'm no Nip, and I'm not going to pretend to be or try to be. It's like, it's only one Nip, you know? And, but I got the opportunity. I met, like, Nip a couple times. We weren't, like, very cool. Not very cool. We weren't, like, super close, you know? Like I said, I'm not going to over-exaggerate and say more than what it is, but it was a lot of, like, mutual respect and love, and I respected him even more musically, as dope as he was music-wise, that people who didn't even know Nip for his music knew him for like his state of mind. They knew like when you think of ownership and independence, you thought of Nipsey Hussle.
Right. Yes.
And when you're thinking about like entrepreneurship and hustling and building your own brand and thing, you think of Nip. I used to always just watch his interviews all the time because he used to just drop gems like crazy. And I say that to say I appreciate that, and like you said already, it's definitely only one Nip, you know. So rest in peace to him, and God bless his family.
Hey man, thank you so much. Time is important. Your time is valuable. Thank you so much for stopping here.
Nah, I appreciate y'all having me. And thank you.
Go get the album.
From a bird's eye view. Let's get that
Cordae,
thing.
the young king, the young legend. He's been goated.
Oh, thank you.
We gotta do it. We have 60 seconds. Let's do it.
Hold on.
Do what?
How good are you at trivia? Sorry, I keep touching you. I'm gonna touch it.
No, it's all good. Let's try.
Check this out real quick. So tomorrow we're trying to do like a Cordae takeover.
Oh, thank
we
you.
do this game called
$1,000
minute.
I'm here, man. Let's go. I ain't in no rush. Let's go.
It's competitive, so be careful.
Answer 10 questions in 60 seconds. The best is Cardi B. She actually got all of them right.
Dang, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah, now we here, man. Don't feel like I ain't in no rush.
Intro, ready?
So it's actually for a caller, Cordae.
Okay.
You are on the line right now. You're about to play Letty and Teddy's $1,000
minute
for a listener. So if you lose, they lose out on money. Okay?
Oh my God. Okay, best. What I say on Kyrie. Let's go.
Yes,
60 seconds.
Album day, baby. Let's
Teddy's
go.
gonna ask you 10 questions, and if you get 5 right, the listener wins $50. But if you get all 10 right, they win
$10,000.
$1,000.
Chill.
$1,000. I'm about to say
You're
God.
gonna put it down,
Okay, that loses a little less pressure for sure.
All right, Cordae, it is album day. From a bird's eye view is the album. You are playing Letty and Teddy's $1,000 minute. Clock will start as soon as I finish asking the first question.
That's an expensive
Here
minute.
we go. Cordae, how many sides does a square have?
4.
Okay. What does a snake smell with?
There.
You can pass.
You can always pass.
I'll pass.
Okay. If it's 2:45, what time is it?
A quarter until 3 is 2:35.
Okay. Which natural disaster does a Richter scale measure? A Richter scale. It measures what? Come on.
Hurricanes?
Man. Okay. Pearls are found in which underwater creature? A pearl is found in what?
A clam.
Okay. Where does Shelly sell seashells by?
The seashore.
What's the longest river in the world?
The Nile.
Okay. How many members of the Simpsons immediate family are there?
Immediate. So you got mama, you got daddy. Does that count?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you got the 3 kids.
Exactly.
And you got grandpa.
And you got a minute.
Okay.
But grandpa ain't immediate.
We'll allow it.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Which
cool.
bird can mimic human speech?
Parrot.
What bird lives in Antarctica and cannot fly?
Penguin.
All right.
Right.
Which one did he pass on? Hurry up.
Okay, he did.
Which one did he pass on? He passed on. Where does a snake? What does a snake smell with? Think about it. Come on now, hurry up.
Their
5 seconds.
nostrils. Oh, their tongue. Their tongue.
Yes.
He did it all in under a minute.
Hey.
How many questions did he get right?
Look, bro, he didn't get 10. First of all,
Okay.
2:45 is 2:45, not
He
2:35.
took 25 off.
Yeah,
Instead
but-
of like dividing him in 4. It's
Right.
okay, Matt.
Oh,
You
I'm
don't need to
burnt.
get
I'm
back.
burnt. It's all
but you
good.
got at least 5 right.
So
Man,
they
let's
win
go.
something.
Yay.
Cordae.
Okay, $50.
$50.
Lunch is on me. That's a good lunch. That's a great lunch.
That is a great lunch.
$50 on that's technically a dinner for 2.
There you go.
Honestly.
Come on.
Perfect.
And make sure you peep and download and buy and stream.
And tell your mama's mama.
Cordae's new
everybody.
album, From a
Tell your
Bird's
mamas, your baby's
Eye
mama's
View.
mama.
Your
Right.
tias.
Baby's
Everybody.
mama.
Diaz. There it is. All right.